Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. I'm back, and this week we're going to do a quick one. But this week, what I really wanted to talk about was actually how to go about dealing with your media backups. A lot of times, media can be kind of complicated, and a lot of times, if you're working with multiple shows on the same system, you may have crazy things like many strata paths, and you need to kind of back these up when your show's done, keep a copy of them for your records. So, if I go ahead and just swap over to my regular media folder, you can see I've got, a bunch of media here. If I swap over to my test media, I've got a lot less media. And a lot of times when you go to back up your show, you want to keep this for your records, be able to transfer it over to another system later and utilize it anywhere, or just keep it for your records. But a lot of times what people will do is try to come to the config tab, go to media manager and export. And if you export all of this information, so export the media map and just the media in the media map, this export is actually relatively straightforward and quick, but that's because I only have a few pieces of content. If I were to try to do that with my other media, this media folder here has a lot more content in it, and this would take a number of hours, and it's actually quite slow. So here at Hippo, what we typically recommend and what we do ourselves actually is just go ahead and open up where that media folder is. So most times it's going to be in your D drive, and we actually keep a copy of the entire folder. So like I mentioned, in my strata path, I have media v4, but I also have my test media. So whichever one I need to make a backup of, I usually just take this, I shut down Hippo, and copy this entire folder wherever I need to put it. So if I have a removable drive or something like that, I can go ahead and paste it there, and then I can transfer this around from system to system. And again, if you need to rename it for your purposes, it's really easy to do that and just give it a slightly different name and remap it, like, I don't know, my show one. So you can keep this nice and tidy for yourselves, and then you can go ahead and add media v4 my show one, go ahead and apply that, and nothing's going to change because it's all the same media anyway. But this is the way that we back up, copy, and move across your media. So again, hopefully this saves you some time. I know that doing it on site, it can take a number of hours to actually back up through the component system, and we highly recommend not do that, just because you may lose a file in transit. Stranger things have happened. So everything in that folder is what you need. So the media map is in there, all the media, all the thumbnails and all that stuff. The only thing which is not contained in that media folder is your encoding settings, but hopefully that's not too bad to set up again on another system should you need to. But yeah, so go ahead, back up that entire media v4 folder rather than export. Yeah, hopefully this saves you some time, some headache down the road, and we'll catch you next week. Cheers, bye.